Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the horniest director of all?
Why, my dear, I see it's true. It's Rupert Sanders and Kirsten Stewart.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our commentary on 2012 Snow White and the Huntsman, directed by Rupert Sanders and starring Kristen Stewart, Charlize Theron, and for himself, Chris Hemsworth.
Also starring a car in the woods, photographed multiple times.
With two people, Stoggy, who I'm sure have the most purest love for each other.
Oh, not only that, but it was done in broad daylight, as you can see with links like this. And that's only 9 of the pictures taken.
Who knows how many more were taken?
I mean, Pedro. Just asking, if you were a
I
famous
love how
actor...
she's showing off her muscles in that one. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell?
Hey, Pedro, if you were a famous actor and you were having an affair, would you go to a brightly lit area on the roadside and then make love to that woman?
Not just that, but really, you're going to put your reputation at risk for Kristen fucking Stewart? I mean, as far as beautiful women go, she's the average chick you find at the mall. I mean,
Wait, Pedro, this all makes sense now. Okay. Whether it had to do with blackmail, or whether it had to do with Sanders really having the hots for Kristen Stewart, it all makes sense now why he would consider, well, why this movie is expecting us to consider Kristen Stewart as hotter than Charlize Theron, of all people.
That explains so much. And, you know, Sanders liking Kristen Stewart wouldn't have been all that bad if it weren't for one big issue.
what?
One big issue, well, go on with that one.
Stewart was in a relationship with Robert Pattinson, and Rupert Sanders was married,
With kids!
and his wife was in the movie.
And it didn't help that apparently Sanders gave Kristen Stewart more screen time than she was originally supposed to get.
Goody.
Basically, audience, normally we don't harp on these sort of things, but few things. 1, this actually directly affected the movie, believe it or not. 2, it actually affected the careers. And 3, well, I'll say 3 for during the commentary.
Needless to say, I'll just sum it up, Sanders weren't married for very long after this movie's release.
Oh, not only that, but both of their careers took a big hit.
And hell, the only reason why Sanders has dropped off the face of the earth at this point is because he's directing the Ghost in the Shell movie.
Which I think he kind of already had in the
Why?
bag.
Because reasons. Anyway, let's get on with the movie. Start your copy just before the Universal Pictures logo. And don't worry, we will try our hardest to actually talk about the movie.
But
Okay.
don't be surprised if we mix in a few jokes here and there about Little Miss Screen Time.
Oh, goody.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, click.
But, you know, that's the sad thing, really. It's like, well, this movie nowadays is really only remembered for that and Chris Hemsworth.
Is there any wonder why only Chris Hemsworth and Charlize Theron were called back for the prequel/sequel?
Oh, yes, Dribs. In fact, there was originally supposed to be a sequel for Snow White, but for obvious reasons, Sanders and Stewart were barred from ever so much as coming back to that studio.
Okay, so,
Glory Road, is that you with
Riff.
that soundtrack?
riff. Hey, riff! I was asking us to riff on the movie. Okay, then, as you wish.
Universal
So, Pedro,
Pictures. Yeah, go
Pedro,
ahead.
you've seen this movie, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so as the only one out of the three of us who's seen it, what would you say we're in for?
You're in for a really bad movie, but everything having to do with the Huntsman is actually pretty good.
Well, I guess we'll see how they handle that in the prequel/sequel, the Huntsman Winter's War.
Okay, so basically, I'm guessing both of you saw the Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs by Disney, the first Disney movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
This is a movie where they try to make Snow White a badass.
That's been done before in Once Upon a Time, also made by Disney.
Yes, no, but that's the thing, Jova.
Oh,
but
hello, director's wife.
Well, but that's the thing, Jova. This is before that show, and they're trying to go. This is, don't you see, Jova? This is the dark and gritty version of Snow White.
Uh-oh. Again, Once Upon a Time did that better by, balancing out the grit with still whimsy.
So yeah, Snow White's mother is played by Rupert Sanders'
wife.
now ex-wife.
Yeah.
So, wait. Rupert
Liberty
Sanders'
Ross.
wife plays the queen who,
Dies.
Well, you all know what happens to Snow White's mother, no matter what version.
So it's like Rupert Sanders was saying to them,
Wait,
okay,
is the girl playing young Snow White the girl who played Renesmee from the Twilight series? Never mind. It's not her. Never mind.
No. She played Athena in Tomorrowland.
Oh.
I know the feeling, Pedro. I also mistook that girl for the girl who played young Maleficent.
Oh, but I actually liked her in Tomorrowland, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if there's one thing that was consistently good about that movie was the acting. The actors were clearly trying their best.
By the way, Mommy, Daddy was touching somebody.
I don't know what you're talking about, dearie. Just put on a...
Okay.
I know it's supposed to be her mother, but I'm still going to insert bad touch.
Bad touch.
I really hope this actress, however, goes somewhere because I actually like her from what I've seen of her.
Let me guess, this boy's supposed to be the prince.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, and he's named
Well, keep in mind, I've seen this movie back in the theaters when it first came out, and I saw that one time, so I might miss a few details, obviously.
Oh, it's fair enough.
And
what do you know? Her mother passed away.
Of course. We all know that's how the story goes.
And again, okay, I get the feeling Rupert Sanders was like, "Oh, my wife's dead. Is my wife's character dead? Is she out the movie?"
Yeah.
Okay, Kristen.
My God, to the devil! These woods look a lot like the woods that they got caught in those pictures.
Not just that. This is bringing me some severely bad Robin Hood flashbacks.
Which Robin Hood are we talking about?
The one made by Ridley Scott.
Which year was that?
2010, if I remember correctly.
I have not seen that one yet. I love the one with
boring.
Yeah, I love the one with Kevin Costner and Alan Rickman.
To me, Errol Flynn will always be the true Robin Hood.
Which Robin Hood movie was that?
Errol Flynn from the 1940s.
Oh, that old one. You mean the Disney one?
No, not the Disney one. That's the one with where he's a fox. I'm talking about the live-action Robin Hood movie back in the 40s with the legendary Errol Flynn.
Anyway, guys, I was saying earlier. Again, I guess Rupert Sanders used that scene earlier to be like, guys, is my wife gone?
Yeah.
Is her character
dead?
Look
at that!
Is her character dead?
That's right. Basically, they took advantage of the fact that they're not real human beings to just go full-blown gory on us.
They're made of glass. Huh. Gee, I wonder who they were sent by. Well, I mean, seriously, did this come out before or after Mirror Mirror?
In the same year, actually.
The same year.
Well, I know, but I mean, month-wise.
I think this one came out before, if I remember correctly.
I'll check. Okay, Mirror Mirror. It came out in April. Snow White and the Huntsman. I'm going by UK release dates here. May.
So Mirror Mirror came first. Also, am I the only one who noticed that the king here looks a lot like the crazy king from Maleficent?
Yeah, I agree.
Seriously, hair pattern, facial hair. Is there some conspiracy going on here? Oh my God, that scene looks a lot like Maleficent too.
Jova, what if I told you that the producer of this movie also produced Maleficent?
There you go.
It all makes sense now. Oh gee, the queen! Oh look, this girl is found with a lot of the glass warriors who seem to be awfully fake. Oh, I'm sure this isn't a plot by anything whatsoever.
Nah.
Really?
I'm sure it is.
So what?
Remember, Raffi Cassidy here is young Snow White, so she's going to grow up to become an adulterer.
Awkward. Yeah, she's gonna grow up to be Kristen Stewart.
Oh, great. A talented young actress is going to lose her talent as the years go by. How sad.
Although I will admit,
that's the sad part. What's her name again?
Raffi Cassidy?
Raffi Cassidy grows up into Kristen Stewart. Man, that's a horrible, horrible fate.
I mean, on the one hand, at least she has a nice, cute British accent. I sure hope she will mysteriously lose it.
It'd be like if Haley Joel Osment grew up to be Jai Courtney.
Yeah.
Or if McKinley Culkin grew up to be Kellen Lutz.
Well, he kind of already was Wooden back in his early days, if you ask me, so yeah.
I mean, even a step below.
We're still yet to do those Hercules movies.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Home Alone, but Macaulay Culkin was such a bad actor.
So...
guys. Rupert Sanders has taken out his sexual aggression on camera.
Wait, is that Rupert Sanders playing the king?
No.
Ah, that would have just made the circle complete now, wouldn't it?
But again, yeah, it's
see, even Charlize is bored. Look at her.
Yeah. I want to do this so badly to Kristen.
Yeah, Charlize Theron, famous model and actress.
Oh,
all right, she's in this movie.
Can I say something? Rupert Sanders is a British director, so this is kind of sort of embarrassing on our part. The fact that one of our people headlined a big budget motion picture and wasted his potential by banging a not all that hot, honestly, actress.
Kristen Stewart, of all people.
Again, if you were gonna, cheating is wrong, but if you're gonna cheat, at least do it with a more attractive person.
Do it with Charlize. Yeah, Charlize Theron here.
You got Charlize Theron right there.
Oh, look, she murders him in his bed by stabbing him in while they're about to do it. I've never seen this before. Dear Lord, this is generic.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I went there for a bit.
And he's bleeding
and she's orgasming over killing him?
Okay. I guess this is like in Basic Instinct, I guess.
Okay, the writers of this movie are weird.
Yep.
Hussein Amini, Evan Dougherty, and John Lee Hancock. Wait, Hancock, and there's...
Well, haven't you ever heard of John Hancock, one of our founding fathers?
A little bit. Are you still narrating?
And now you have a Scottish accent.
Well, to be fair, Dwebs, we got Chris Hemsworth. Might as well get the best we can out of him.
Now, here's one thing that confuses me. His accent was straight on, English at the beginning, but now it seems to have shifted to Scottish.
I guess Chris wanted variety. I don't know.
Well, the Huntsman's apparently supposed to be Scottish.
Oh, hi, honey. Your father's dead. And I'm sure your new mother had nothing to do with it.
Awesome.
Or maybe she's smarter than I give her credit for. Yeah? What the?
And those are the Twilight fans reacting to that cheating news.
Yeah.
Kristen, how could you do this to us? Oh.
Quick, protect the mistress's ancestor. But she's not even related to her. I don't care. It's all part of my filmatic vision. Well, she's in for a screwed up childhood.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, what's worse, dying or growing up to be Kristen Stewart?
Yeah.
Which would you take, Phaedra?
Well, but you see, that's exactly Charlize Theron's plan. She knows that the girl is going to become beautiful, so in order to not risk losing the fact that she's the most beautiful woman in the kingdom, she's going to intentionally make her grow into Kristen Stewart. It's all part of her evil plan.
And yet somehow it doesn't work.
This should and
then she. But you have to admit, there's points for a big effort because she really went. She did all that she could, but the contrivance of the writing,
it failed her. Oh, and the mirror in this film is a gong.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't really get what the fuck is up with the mirror in this one.
You can even call it a mirror.
So tell me, is Snow White going to conveniently lose her obvious right there British English accent when she grows up?
Well, Jova, here's the thing. Oh,
Ah.
oh yeah, I forgot about this. Okay, see, here's the thing, Dwebs. Charlize Theron's performance in this movie, she acts like Al Pacino.
Eddie Redmayne.
Where she'll talk normal and then all of a sudden she'll explode with anger.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Eddie Redmayne, but I'm guessing Al Pacino sort of, coined that thing.
Yeah. Basically, the Eddie Redmayne style of acting that you saw in Jupiter Ascending and now with Charlize Theron in this movie, that's the Al Pacino style of acting that he perfected.
So she's
So
joining
Charlize
the league.
Theron's joining the
Yes,
league.
this is the movie.
essentially.
This is the movie where she joins the league. Yes.
Wow, it only took me like a few seconds of her scenes, but already I can tell you're in the league.
Don't worry, Miss Ferron. In 3 years,
And
you'll
here's
be-
the mirror. The mirror is this is this thing.
Hey,
that-
hey
what?
guys, Ferron, don't worry. In 3 years, you're going to be in the movie directed by a director who actually has talent.
Yeah.
What? The special effects guy of this movie?
No.
The
Let's talk about Mad Max.
Mad Max Fury Road. So yeah, this is the mirror. The mirror, literal, the mirror
A
spirit.
dementia?
The mirror spirit literally comes out of the mirror.
Okay, I hate to say it, but I'll actually take what Mirror had going with this instead. Because with Mirror, it was still a mirror. Here, how am I supposed to know if this is actually a mirror or just her going on a psychedelic drug trip?
Remember?
And look, okay, I know it's open to interpretation and stuff, but with Snow White, the thing that is clearly that is that the mirror
But don't you
is
see,
a
Joe,
magical mirror.
But don't you see, Joe, this is the dark and gritty reboot, which means that thing is less silly than just a face in the mirror.
You know, it's bad when Tarsem can make a more light-hearted movie than you.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I mean, was Rupert Sanders like?
Well, this, to be fair,
is this a joke? Yeah.
Dwebs, you still haven't fallen asleep while watching this movie, so that's still to be seen. That still remains to
But
be
again,
seen.
there's so much material to
Wow.
And now we kill everybody for no reason! Yay!
Well, I guess I can give this queen credit. She gets right to the point. Although I have to ask,
Foreshadowing!
why did she kill Snow White?
Sorry, that amount of foreshadowing slapped me in the face right there.
Oh, here we go. And of course, the land withered when the evil one took over. Look. When Scar took over, at least it took a period of time for, stuff to go out of whack. But,
Well,
I
actually,
think-
here,
I think this is a time skip.
yeah, this is a time skip, Joe, but now we're going to skip to her. There she is.
oh, I get that. It's just like, well, they literally showed
Look
it,
at
and they-
her.
Oh,
Right-
God, she's hideous. What did they do to you?
Right for the first
wait.
shot, she looks just like she looks in the Twilight movies, completely soulless and bored.
No, guys, I got it.
She actually looked even more soulless there. She looked like she was about to attack me right there.
Guys, I got it.
What?
I got it.
What?
She was filming this take right after a little sex session she had with little Rupert.
I guess.
And that smoke is the cigarette she must have smoked.
Yeah,
They
while
just
back.
digitally edited it out.
Can we please get this take done? I'm getting horny again.
Just so long as you don't sing any whimsical princess songs.
Oh, honey.
By the way, Miss Stewart, I've noticed that you've been acting rather happy lately.
Again,
Have you and Sanders been up to something lately?
Again,
Nothing. No, we were just talking about the scenes. Yeah, that's it.
her acting in this movie is pretty much the same acting we always see from her. I think I'm tortured, but I'm just pretentious.
I hear she used to be better before Twilight, and she apparently resents
Honestly, I
Twilight
think
for,
I think her
leading her
best-
down the path.
I think her best performance was in Sephora.
Oh, that was her in Sephora.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ, she acts so emotional in that movie. I constantly forget that that's actually Stewart.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the only person in all of Hollywood that can get an emotion out of her is John Favreau. The right kind of emotion out of her.
Hey, Snow,
So, yeah,
what
but-
happened to your thick accent?
There you go. Anyway, yeah. Basically, the queen trapped her in here
Why didn't she just kill her?
because then we wouldn't have a movie.
Again, like the camera's not as close to that other person as it is to Stewart.
Who the heck is that other person supposed to be anyway?
Someone.
Oh, everyone in the castle was slain, except for, Snow White.
No, cinematographer, zooming closer on Stuart's face. I want to see her loss. I mean, her emotion.
Yeah, okay. And yes, audience, the rumors are in fact true that, oh wow, she literally eats the heart of her roadkill meal.
Anyway, yes, Jennifer.
Yes, audience, it is in fact true that Rupert Sanders, with every pleasing moment, gave Stewart more screen time and emphasized close-ups on her face.
Because, that's how you direct a movie called Snow White and the Huntsman.
By the way, slight spoilers, in the next movie, we see Snow White, but we literally only see the back of her head.
Well, did you see the movie?
We garnered it from the review.
Oh, well, I can see why. Well, not see in this case, but whatever. Anyway, oh boy.
Oh yeah, right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, basically she's about to take her bath of oh, here we go.
And milk?
Ew. Ooh.
Oh my.
Does this give her special powers?
Basically, it keeps her young.
Okay, again, I'm gonna go with what Mirror had going, where the mirror was what kept her young.
Not milk. I know milk's good for calcium and all, but not this good.
I mean, seriously, Mirror was a psychedelic, insane ride, and yet already in, like, the first 20 minutes, I'm already more weirded out by this movie. And, transition to that. So, just like Mirror, this is, of course, about the Queen. Actually, yeah, this seems to be more from the Queen's point of view now that I think about it. I mean, it feels like we haven't seen enough of Snow White.
Yeah. Charlie's, can we get on with this? I need to film another take with Kristen.
Yeah.
Again, I made a joke earlier where I get the feeling he was more busy directing his cock than he was directing his actors.
There we go.
Well, that didn't work.
That hurts.
Well, the Queen is kind of a meanie, to say the least.
So yeah, basically, she's kind of immortal.
Well, in Mirror, it had to do with, her dying, and that caused the mirror to shatter.
Is she gonna rip out his heart?
Well, I guess that might make sense, considering the whole obsession with hearts she seems to have. Stop! We can't afford an R rating!
Stop, don't come back.
Okay.
Now leave. Okay.
And,
Transition back to this. Water!
Is this the part where Ariel crosses over from Little Mermaid or something?
Part of your
It's the white public domain or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It just matters on, how much you
mean the Snow White story? Yes, the Snow White story is public domain.
Pretty much, Dwibs, the majority of any story that you've seen Disney do, classic Disney do, is public domain. It just matters on how much similar it is to the Disney movie.
All right. You know that guy next to her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a okay, not in real life, but in terms of this movie, he's her brother.
What?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, wait, he's the Queen's brother.
Yeah.
Huh.
But at times it can kind of, from what I'm getting from this, sometimes it can feel a little bit incesty.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the point?
I don't know. Hi.
Hello. How did you get out of
Oh, she's that young girl there. It's a local model around here, Lily Cole.
Oh, really?
Lily Cole?
I feel like killing someone, so let's kill this one.
Oh, so she literally steals the life essence from young girls.
Yes.
Oh, so that's why she kept Snow White alive. I guess that makes sense. I'm so glad that we established that character just to have her killed. I assume that is the girl we saw in the cell.
I think so, yeah. I thought she looked a little familiar. Oh, hi.
You caused me all those years of having to take my sister or my date to a Twilight movie.
And now Dover gets
Oh,
laughing.
she's named Greta. Ha ha
Oh,
ha.
I think this is the scene.
Here we go.
You are, honey. Honestly, you are. No
Yeah.
matter what the script may say, you are. You really should have killed her when you had the chance.
Really? Kristen Stewart's hotter than this? I don't.
Pedro,
I refuse to buy this.
Me too.
Pedro, how's the BS meter?
It's so high, I can't. It's beyond scale. Anyway, yeah. Basically, in this version, she actually needs Snow White to not. She needs to be the first in the land to keep her powers, basically.
So, okay. So she has to take her heart. Okay.
Pure, hey guys, her pure heart. I think the mirror even said something like that. Just her pure heart and her innocence.
Right.
So again,
Here we go.
Here's the
Here we
question
go. Hold on. I love how she screamed right there.
yeah. Oh, that happened. So here's a question.
So guys, one thing to keep in mind: Kristen Stewart, aka Snow White, has a pure heart, and she is so innocent. I can't say that straight.
Yes. She's so innocent. Why she's so innocent? Her skin is as white as the tank top she is in fact wearing in this picture of her and the director smooching.
Okay, guys. Let's try to. We've already.
So is he trying to make her escape?
We've already harped on that enough. Let's try to.
Oh, trust me, Pedro. There are some moments when it's perfect for the movie. But yeah, for now, settle down on that. But here's a question I have to ask. Okay, so the Queen now knows the prophecy. But again, I ask, why didn't she kill Snow White all those years ago when she was a kid before she even knew about the stupid prophecy?
Because there won't be a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, has she not read the villain rule book that clearly states you should kill the heir so that they don't grow up to be resentful for you, murdering their father or mother or whatnot?
It's not like it's not like films can't do this. Just have a workaround or something. Say that they thought the person they killed was the heir when it wasn't.
Oh, I hate to say this, but the old Disney movie, the first ever animated Disney movie, made more sense because the Queen only decided to kill her when she found out about the whole thing about her being fairer than her. I mean, aside from that, she was just having Snow White go out, do chores and whatnot. But here, she has no reason to have not killed Snow White since she murdered everyone else in the kingdom.
Oh, I think later on she's going to be chastising herself for her stupidity.
So Charlie Strawn is basically the best character in this movie.
Yeah.
And her brother is a pedophile.
Well, I actually prefer the Huntsman, but sure.
Speaking of the Huntsman,
okay, aside from the Huntsman.
Speaking of the Huntsman, where is he?
Hold on, we'll get to that.
Stupidest brother ever.
So is the movie suggesting that this guy had his way with her since she was a little kid?
So yeah, basically, Snow White is gonna run away and eventually become a badass knight and defeat the Queen or some shit.
Once upon a time, ABC's Once Upon a Time. I'll just say that.
This was before that, though.
Hey, you want to know? No, actually, Once Upon a Time started in 2011.
Oh, really?
And actually, Pedro, it also had Jennifer Goodwin as Snow White. Who's Jennifer Goodwin?
Yeah, I love
She plays the
Jenny
She
Hops,
plays the rabbit in
I
Suits.
love her in Zootopia. She's so amazingly likable.
Jennifer Goodwin is an amazing, charismatic actress. They couldn't have picked a better person to play Snow White, if you ask me. Now, if only that were the movie we're watching instead of this.
You mean TV
Well,
show?
not that this doesn't have it. Huh?
You mean TV show?
Well, you know. Well, you know what I mean. It's like, well, if only Once Upon a Time were a movie that we were watching instead.
So yeah, Snow White apparently manages to somehow run away from here.
In a gown/dress. Look, okay. I'm not saying that women can't kick butt while wearing dresses. Heck, I main Zelda in Super Smash Bros. 4. But outrunning, that's a different story. Aw, he let her go. How kind of him. I guess he's a good guy. Okay, I get that she's running away, but does anyone feel that the music's trying a bit too hard here?
Yep.
Why? If James Newton, well, no one else is trying, so James Newton Howard has to try for them.
Yep.
Wait, James Newton Howard is also the composer for this?
Yeah.
Well, there's another similarity this shares with Maleficent. Why are you even trying to portray that as epic? It wasn't even that high a fall.
Yeah.
In fact, she fell higher, if you ask me.
Again, Jova, remember.
Anything regarding Kristen Stewart is always epic in the eyes of this director.
He must have loved Twilight.
Yeah.
A man who loves Twilight. He's a traitor to men everywhere.
Shameless is actually, yeah. If he only thought of his mind and not his dick, he wouldn't have been in this situation.
Okay, what's up with the birds? Are they like gonna try and do a play on the whole Snow White and her amazing animal friends thing?
It's a Joe Blue movie, Jova.
And a horse is there. Wow, they really are trying. Wait, this is just John Woo movie? Oh wait, no. Actually, what I give for it to be a John Woo movie. I hate to say it. So, yeah. Oh, look! Her dress is slipping off. That's so sexy. I am not aroused.
I'm not really into it either. Okay, here we go. I think this is a...
Hey, Dubs, I think you're slipping away from us.
No, it's because I've got my mouth around the bottle. That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yep, it does.
Is it a bottle of cider?
No, it's water. I've actually got cider in my mini fridge.
Oh God, is this gonna be the movie's take on hillbillies, or maybe not?
Bring out your dead. And I kind of wish I was watching Holy Grail right now. Bring out your dead.
By the way, will someone please turn up the color scale on this movie? It's looking so gray.
That's just the thing, Jova. Whereas Mirror Mirror was colorful to hell, this is the exact opposite. This is, again, Jova, this is supposed to be the dark and gritty version of Snow White.
Again, Jova, the director was too busy turning something else up.
Yeah.
Quick! Run with your white horse that totally camouflages in the woods!
Not just that, but where did the horse even come from? Why was it even there?
I'm guessing it's all a trope on Snow White and her amazing animal friends, which I guess she can summon if the birds are any indication.
I don't know.
Hey.
Oh, hey, this looks like this. Oh, no, they aren't. No, they aren't. No, they are not. They better not. Oh, God, they're doing it.
Yes. We're going to
swamps of sadness, isn't it?
We're going to rip off the Neverending Story.
Yeah, because
I've never seen that movie.
Well, you should. It's awesome.
Basically, this is based off one of the most iconic scenes in the movie where the boy's horse drowns in the swamps of sadness.
So not only is Rupert Sanders an adulterer, he's also unoriginal.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We've established that this is from almost every single, generic, dark, gritty reboot of a story. And yet somehow this is the one that has Bob Hoskins as a dwarf. And it's not
and Nick Frost as a dwarf.
I'm sorry, did they get the movies mixed up? Those two are more so,
No, guys, what are you doing? Kristen
You know
was
what's
not dirty.
you know what's interesting about this? The movie's
What?
called Snow White and the Huntsman. So supposedly those are the two main characters, right? And yet
Yeah, I
we're,
said this
we're
earlier.
we're we're 30 minutes into this movie, and the two main characters haven't spoken a single line, have they?
Guys, the birds are dead.
Oh, actually, never mind. Snow White did have like a couple lines in the dungeon, but seriously, talk. Have them do something.
Guys, she just figured out that the two birds were dead.
I don't care.
And am I supposed to be spooked out or something?
Oh yeah. I should have mentioned a fact earlier. Those in the opening scene, there was.
Oh my God,
Is that
Medzors?
is that that from all of that was one of those things? Dwebs, what are those guys with the hoods in the Lord of the Rings movies?
Ringgraves.
Yeah, those.
Anyway, I was just gonna say, in the opening sequence of this movie, there was some fake blood there,
Mm-hmm.
but because the director felt it didn't look realistic enough, he used his own blood. He pricked his finger and put blood all over.
Mr. Pretenders, though, is
He's kind of screwed. He's kind of screwed up in the head.
Mm-hmm.
so that was his blood on.
And the nether regions.
All right,
So was that
back to this.
what
Hold
I'm-
on, guys.
Yes.
Hold on.
Theron?
Hold on.
Pacing about. It's like she's mixing a bit of Glenn Close with the hamminess move around movement that William Shatner does occasionally. The way her eyes bulge out.
Jesus, again, it's like the director was too busy paying attention to his dick and not his actors.
I mean, seriously, you have Charlize Theron, and she looks so lost in this movie. I mean, on the one hand, it's giving us an incredibly entertaining performance. On the other hand, I'm not quite sure this is the kind of thing that wins you Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there
Rousey's
really,
like,
there really needs to be an Academy Award for best over-the-top insane act.
There is, Jova. It's called the Razzie for worst performance.
Well, you know what I mean, Pedro Amico. An actual legit Academy Award for this sort of thing, because, by God, sometimes it's the thing that saves a movie.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Ah!
And
What
there
the
he
heck?
is.
This is our Huntsman? Oh, of course. Hey, he's playing Thor, a drunk heavy. Well, maybe he'll have a character outside of Thor. Come on, movie, stop making me compare him to Thor. Give me a unique character of some sort.
funny enough, this came out the same year as the Avengers. I think it was only like a few weeks after, in America at least.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Hemsworth. You know, this is kind of a fitting metaphor for what he's gotten himself into in this movie.
I am in deep shit.
Oh, so is he like some washed up famous huntsman or something? I'm sure the movie will try to explain. Oh, a widower. That's nice, I guess. Good point. Wow. Okay, I think it was at this point where Farron just gave up.
Yeah. At this point, Charlie's is just rolling with it. And she went back for the sequel because, hey, wait, well, I get to override a bit more, so sure.
Yeah. Wait. Where did Rupert go?
He kind of went. Actually, I don't know where he went aside from Ghost in the Show. How did he get attached to Ghost in the Show anyway?
They needed I don't know.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think she's about to do something. Well, they gave a huntsman a motivation. That's nice.
Basically, yeah. Later on, we're going to expand upon the whole thing about his backstory with his wife.
Especially with the whole
Chris, I know. Chris, Huntsman, I know you're grieving for your wife, but I'm pretty sure that that you don't really have you not seen Full Metal Alchemist? It ends badly when you try and resurrect someone.
Yeah.
I mean, has there ever been a story where, bringing someone back from the dead works out beneficially? Well, aside from Once Upon a Time, maybe. God dang it! Well, it's amazing how Disney themselves can actually do the whole dark and gritty thing. Granted, Once Upon a Time sort of has an excuse since it's, on ABC, so they kind of have a bit of their permission to.
Eric
Wow.
the Huntsman, that's what he's called.
Wow, didn't take him long to track her.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, like I said, she's wearing a... Oh, never mind.
Is the rest of this movie just going to be them wandering through the forest?
Hey! Kristen Stewart's wandering through a forest with enigmatic figures.
Oh, goody.
It's like you're asking for people to compare this to previous movies. I mean, yeah, this is literally Twilight with a fairy tale. Of course, this was after Twilight.
Actually, Jova, we already had a fairy tale Twilight with.
I know, Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Besides, Jova, this film came out a few months before the final Twilight movie.
Well, you know what I mean, though. It's like, it seems like, Kristen Stewart, ever since Twilight, just seemed to be doomed to show up in movies that are like Twilight. I'll say.
Wow, that was easy.
Well, since this movie is called Snow White and the Huntsman, I immediately expect him to hand over Snow White. Wow, Kristen Stewart's actually trying to act. Well, to be fair, Mr. Huntsman, it was the Queen who promised you your wife. I don't think her brother's really, capable. I mean, I'm pretty sure the thing smells of horseradish too, but you really expect them to just bring your wife right there, right now?
Wow, the brother had to point out how big of an idiot the Huntsman was.
Yeah, for buying it, for actually believing.
Yeah, I mean, really? You buy into that? Okay. So far, all I know from this guy is that he's a good fighter, but he's also brain dead.
Yeah, and even if the deal were real, he was demanding that they give his wife to him right there immediately when the Queen, who was the one who promised him, isn't even there. Dunderhead. Okay, I think he's down. And dying? Choking?
I don't know.
A tree!
It's one of those evil looking trees from the Disney movie.
What?
Uh,
It's okay.
Is he melting?
Is the film breaking?
was it
his hand
was it channeling Michael Shannon there? I will find him.
Okay, guys, I think I've got okay, don't worry, I'm not going to do a dick joke again, but I don't think Rupert Sanders is a good actor's director.
Oh, isn't that cute? The movie expects me to be intimidated by Kristen Stewart slapping Chris Hemsworth.
I can totally buy that. And no, I'm not
also
saying...
Snow White. Nice way to treat the guy who kind of covered for you right there.
And no, audience. I'm not saying this because I'm not saying it like women can't hit a man. I've seen Mad Max Fury Road. That's proof enough that women can be as good as fighting men as way around stuff.
Okay. To put it in more different terms, it doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman. If the movie doesn't establish that character well enough, I'm not going to buy into certain things.
Yeah. I certainly don't buy Kristen Stewart strong or pure or innocent.
Heck, like I said, okay, let's gender swap it. I could never buy... Okay. I could never buy the likes of Macaulay Culkin intimidating the likes of Gal Gadot. Who are you? You idiot! You've been... Wait, they did tell him her name, right?
No, actually no.
So they expect him to track a girl whose name he didn't even know.
And now we're buddies.
I don't know how I should take...
Kristen, where did the hand touch?
On your shoulder, honey.
Sure. Okay, is that guy describing the sex that the director and Stewart had?
I guess.
I'm sorry, but I just can't help it. There's so many chances this film gives me, and this was written before the whole thingy started.
Yeah,
because script writing. Well, in most films, script comes first, then
Robin Hood.
Wait, what?
It's a flaming arrow and everything. Robin Hood.
So there's also in Zelda now, the fire arrow.
No, seriously.
Why was that guy running into the fire?
What the heck, Pedro? You didn't tell me Robin Hood was in this movie.
I don't know, Joe, but don't ask me.
I hate to say it, but save me, Kevin Costner. You were actually good in that movie.
What movie?
The 1990s Robin Hood movie with Kevin Costner and Alan Rickman.
Interesting combo.
And Morgan Freeman.
Well, short. Okay, this movie...
Oh, so they're operatives from the neighboring... Oh, wait, is that guy supposed to be the prince?
Alright, I'll be fair to this movie and say that it does look like it cost $170 million.
Yeah, I guess...
So if anything, Rupert Sanders is at least a good spender.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a good cinematographer, I guess.
The cinematographer here is... Greg Fraser, or Greg Fraser, however you say it.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Greg Fraser. He did work on, in terms of cinematographer, he did work on Boys Are Back, Let Me In, Clean Them Softly, and later on he did Zero Dark 30, Foxcatcher, The Gambler, and he's doing Star Wars Rogue One.
Ah, that's where I heard him from, Star Wars.
Rogue One, not Force Awakens, that was damn mental.
So let's see, we have the Queen, we have Snow White, we have the Huntsman, and yeah, we also have the Prince, too.
So...
That's quite a lot of plot points we have to follow.
Now what? Wait,
Ooh,
snakes?
snaking woods.
Snakes?
Great snakes.
So yeah, anyone who's seen the original Snow White or has read the Snow White is probably wondering. So when's the part where he fakes Snow White's death by presenting her heart to the Queen?
Hold on. We'll get to that.
Oh, they're actually gonna do it. I thought this movie was gonna be a different take. Hence Snow White and the Huntsman.
Oh,
I mean,
that
title
that.
kinda...
That. But they argue that, but of course it doesn't happen.
Yeah, don't have that. Don't go in that big skirt.
Was that okay? It's my turn.
Dunce.
Was that because Rupert thought she was wearing way too much clothes for his liking?
You see what I mean about how this movie gives you that kind of ammo?
Okay. I'm pretty sure there is a decent practical reason. She can't really walk very far in that kind of clothing, but.
Although you have to wonder, if Snow White's so smart, why didn't she come up with that herself? I mean, if she can somehow engineer her escape from a prison and everything.
Elf Sanders were an actor-director. He probably want to do that himself.
What? I'm sorry, did Stewart just do an accent there?
I don't know. I couldn't really hear.
It sounded like she was trying to do an English accent for that one bit there.
Well, you see, he's so hot. Wait, you talking about the king or?
Dear!
Are you talking about the king or Robert? Rupert. Robert. No, here's my theory. Because Stewart might have got Robert confused with Rupert.
Oh god, they're doing this scene from Robin Hood too. Wait, what the heck? I'm sorry, did you just say, do you need a boner? Oh, wait, Bowman.
A boner. Again, this film's asking for it.
I don't need a boner. Our king of directing already has one for us all. Okay, and that scene went on.
Yep.
So, if I can get this straight, they're trying to establish plot lines for the Queen, Snow White, the Huntsman, and the Prince William.
Sure, why not?
Is it Prince William in this version? I'll check.
Yeah, his name is William, apparently, according... Yeah, I think...
William, son of Duke Hammond, and he's played by Sam Claflin.
Again, William's practically the name for a prince.
Claflin, sorry, not Claflin.
William seems to be the go-to name for the fantasy princes.
Oh, and Jova Blackbeard from Pirates of the Caribbean 4 is in this movie.
Ian McKellen?
No, Ian McShane.
I mean, Ian McShane, yeah.
Yeah. And also Ray Winston.
Alright, anyway.
Really?
And Nick Frost.
This is gonna be one of those actors didn't know what they were getting into sort of projects, isn't it?
Well, Kristen Stewart wanted to get into something.
Aside from Kristen Stewart, mind you.
Oh, I know the director was getting himself into.
So, walking through the forest, because we haven't seen this before.
Yep.
Wait, how many films have we seen now where they're walking through forests?
Way too many.
We're padding out the film. We're padding out the film. I have an area. We're padding out the film.
Oh, hey, Charlie's.
Oh, hey! It's one of the best things of this movie.
Grrr.
And she's cosplaying as Cruella de Vil, apparently.
It's the flower is symbolic. She destroys everything that looks pretty.
To enhance her own prettiness.
Yep.
That's like writing cliche number 117.
Besides, it's Charlie's Frog. Is it possible for it to get any hotter?
Mm-hmm.
You know what would have been even better? Is if they had Charlize Theron and Monica Bellucci and Kristen Stewart and...
What if they switch? Okay, shouldn't they have had Kristen Stewart and Charlize Theron switch roles or something? Then I'd have bought it.
That would have been amazing.
Who's
Oh,
that?
hi! Legend of
Troll.
Zelda, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Every feat ever, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, even Bridge to Terabithia at this rate.
Yeah.
And I hate Bridge to Terabithia.
But don't you see, Joe, that movie is whimsical, apparently.
Well, okay, it's like, I may dislike Bridge to Terabithia, but I'll take it over this at this rate. Well, on merit speaking. Now, when it comes to actual entertainment, I'll actually take this movie.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh, God, no. They're not going to do that.
Are you serious?
King Kong did this better. Just saying.
I'm not saying that. Oh god! Wait, wasn't she on?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. You'll see. There you go. You see, this is the typical thing for Snow White. She can tame wild beasts.
Yeah, she has a lot of experience of taming beasts.
I guess.
Look at her. She looks so bored out of her freaking skull.
So yeah,
Show
remember-
some kind of
Okay,
emotion that's not. See, even when she's trying to smile, she still looks bored.
remember those
Remember
people
the rule, Pedro. Kristen Stewart can only show emotion when she's a vampire.
all directed by Jon Favreau.
Mm-hmm. I forget. What was she in before Bridge to Terabithia?
And
I mean, Sephora.
she played those two boys' big sister.
Oh, I know who she plays. I'm just wondering what she did before Sephora.
I wouldn't know.
I'll look it up.
So
It's not
yeah,
like anything's happening in this movie currently.
we're just walking. Where did they film this movie? Oh, they filmed it in the UK.
Oh my god. Kristen Stewart's gonna be in a movie with Jesse Eisenberg this year.
But this American Ultra last year.
Now it's called Cafe Society. Wait, they were in a movie last year too?
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently there's this new movie called Cafe Society. Ever heard of it?
No. If I,
Oh,
who's directing that?
let's see. Apparently Woody Allen is involved.
Woody Allen?
Yep.
Well, I haven't seen it. I haven't
Okay,
seen it.
let's see. Yep. Woody Allen's the director and writer for that movie, and it's starring Kristen Stewart, Blake Lively, and Jesse Eisenberg. The plot. Oh, by the way, it's a comedy / drama / romance.
Say it in text, Joe.
All right.
So, we're meeting the tribesfolk from Pan.
Wait. What tribe spoke? Oh, what the?
That's what they look like.
Oh, but dweebs, they're not nearly as mixed culturally as the people in Pan. Remember, they had people from all over the globe in that one. Oh my god, actual colors!
Yeah, where have they been throughout this movie? I mean, I know the point of this is to try and show how bleak the world's become ever since the Queen took over. But honestly, even before the Queen took over, the world was still pretty bleak looking.
Yeah.
So
This would actually be more effective if the world was all colorful and happy at the beginning.
yeah, but no, it was bleak looking already. So I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure how the world's any worse off than it was earlier.
Don't you see, Lewis? We went from bleaker to bleaker. Bleakerer.
Bleaker.
So, Bleakception?
Yes.
Boom.
Oh look, she still looks bored.
Yeah. Again, she looks so bored. Maybe that's why. Yeah, on camera she's bored, but off camera, oh boy, she'll be having some good fun.
Headcanon. Bella Swan says she loves Edward, but truly she's bored by him, even after their sex in the bed.
Well, the thing is, in the Twilight movies, every time they try to convince us that they're in love, like they look like they're in physical pain whenever they're acting, both of them. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, and don't even get me started on
every
Breaking Dawn
time,
Part 1.
I'm not
where
even,
they-
I
oh,
mean,
go
I
on.
mean, every time you see, Aurora Panison in those movies, it looks like he hasn't shit in days.
And yet, they were actually boyfriend and girlfriend at the time of those movies. I mean, geez, the chemistry on screen.
There's zero
Yikes.
chemistry whatsoever.
And then then came Breaking Down Part 1, where they actually do start doing physical stuff.
Not just that. In Breaking Down Part 1, we have the whole wolf imprinting thing. Newborn porn. This is so fucked up.
I don't
And
even
then
want.
came
I don't even
part
want to ask what imprinting means because of
Basically, but don't worry. Basically, it's part of
Hold
wolf.
on.
It's part of.
Save it for the actual
No.
thing.
This
I
is
want
not
to
a spoiler. This is
genuine
this-
I'm
reaction.
only asking what imprinting means.
This is not a spoiler, Jova. This is part of typical wolf, werewolf folklore. Basically, Dwebs, every time a werewolf meets the one he's meant to be with, he imprints on her. Basically means that from that point on, that werewolf will be, forever bonded towards that one female, and basically will think of nothing but her, basically.
Okay.
Let's just say,
And let's just
in that movie.
in Breaking Down Part 2, Jacob does the wolf printing thing.
Wait till you see who he does it on, though.
Oh boy.
That's the real kicker.
Cinematographer, could you turn up the lighting a little bit?
Sorry. Oh wait, actually they are now. Well, ask it. You shall receive, I guess.
Okay. Wait. I can wish for stuff. Okay. I wish this were a good movie.
Another fire arrow.
It's
I
not
guess
working.
it's her prince looking for her.
Who? Rupert Sanders?
No, William. Oh, wait, never mind. It's the crazy guy.
Kristen, where are you? I haven't had sex with you for 5 minutes.
Well, he's looking for her. Although this kind of begs the question: why didn't the queen just send her brother to look for Snow White on himself in the first place if she was willing to do this?
I don't know.
Would have saved you guys a lot of
Kristen, come
trouble.
back.
Oh, there's her brother. I mean, William. God dang this movie. I mean, seriously. I mean, literally, the opening scene when there's kids makes me think of them as brother and sister, and yet I'm guessing they're supposed to actually be love interests.
Yeah, that guy was the prince, if I remember correctly. I think.
Snow White, where are you? Snow.
Actually, I don't know that. I'm trying to be Chris Hemsworth because you sound more like Tintin.
I'm trying to do a Scottish accent like he's doing. Again, keyword being trying. You guys there?
Oh,
Yeah, we're here.
yeah.
Don't worry.
Jesus Christ. Wait,
Quick.
we're almost near the halfway point, and not much has happened in this movie.
Not really, no.
We've got an hour more left of this. My God.
I'm sorry, wasn't there supposed to be a part where you... Okay, I have to ask. How's the Huntsman going to present Snow White's heart at this point? Because, well, as far as they know, he betrayed them. So the whole storyline plot point of them faking Snow White's heart seems moot unless they're going to try and do something clever with it.
Clever.
Good one, Jova.
Oh, I guess we're supposed to care for this village as it burns down?
Nah.
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 Meanwhile,
Hello?
Meanwhile,
naked
Charlize
Charlize.
Theron's spine.
yeah.
Is she naked? Is that her back?
Yes.
Or is that a
Get a hold
chair?
of that. Get a hold of her back. You love it.
Oh, there we go.
She's starting to become old because I guess she doesn't have any more women to suck the life out of.
No. Remember, her powers are getting weaker because the even fairer Kristen Stewart is around.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's the reason the mirror gives. It's just because Snow White exists.
Yes.
She's come
In
of
that
age
case-
and now she's becoming she's the fairest one of all.
So let me get this straight.
There you
Until
go.
she became
There you
of
go.
age,
We're actually watching her backstory right now. There you go. Basically, basically her mom, I guess, gave her that spell so she could live forever or some shit.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie.
Okay, that was awkward.
Seriously, okay.
The entire point of that scene was to establish her backstory through a flashback.
Okay, Charlie, just stare at the camera for a minute.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
get the feeling Farron's starting to lose it. Not just as her character.
Can you imagine if, like, any... Because I got a theory. Okay, during the off takes, you know, they were just moseying around, rehearsing their lines and stuff. But then what if, like, one of the actors turned a corner and saw Sanders and Stewart snogging each other? Seriously, could you imagine the outburst that would have happened? Well, actually, no, outburst did happen.
To where now? I guess he's taking her to wherever Norse gods hang out. Or maybe not.
You see, Jova, the only way... Oh, hold on.
Is this the dwarves?
Yep.
I'm guessing. And we're almost halfway through the movie.
There's
I'm
Ian
sorry.
McShane.
Mm-hmm.
Ian McShane is a dwarf. Huh.
Okay. How they manage to get usually tall guys into small dwarf outfits, I'll admit, it does look kind of impressive.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's almost as good as the... I say it is quite... It is as good as the effect they used to make Chris Evans look scrawny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. If there's one thing this movie's not
Not what? Sorry?
lacking on it,
I think Jova's trying to lose his youthfulness.
Yeah.
no, I am not trying to lose it.
Anyway, okay, guys, you know what this means,
Bob
right?
Hoskins?
You know what this... Yeah, Bob Hoskins. Anyway,
Sad, this is one of his last acting roles.
yeah.
What is Bob Hoskins doing here? This seems like the last kind of movie you'd see him in. I mean, I'm not saying that he hasn't done fantasy before. I mean, I loved him in Hook, but
Basically, Jova, he needed to pay his bills. Anyway, okay, guys, you know what this means, right? Now that we have the dwarves here, now we must train Snow White to become a badass fighting knight.
I watched the CinemaSins video of this, and I've heard that Hemsworth only teaches her like one move.
Yeah, not to mention, yeah, and if in case you forgot, yeah, that was also the plot of Mirror Mirror. The dwarves also taught her how to fight in Mirror Mirror.
only in Mirror Mirror it made more sense because, you know, the movie wasn't called Snow White and the Huntsman. When I see a movie called Snow White and the Huntsman, I kind of expect the Huntsman to play a bigger role than, you know, expected. And yet, he doesn't even really teach her the moves.
Show me your moves.
What I wouldn't give to be watching the F-Zero anime.
Oh yeah, one CinemaSin.
Oh, and now it's actually looking brighter out here? Just a moment ago it was looking gray, and now...
The lighting radically changed from one shot to another.
I'll say.
It's like after last season.
I mean, normally I don't pay attention to that sort of stuff, but that change was drastic.
Did we change cinematographer mid movie?
I don't
So we
know.
tied him up and he's coming back down again.
So, yeah, did these dwarves at least have better personalities than the ones in Mirror Mirror?
I'll let you be the judge of that.
I mean, I'll give them this. The actors here are a lot more recognizable and charismatic from their past experiences.
Okay.
No, Dwibsy, stay awake.
So yeah, here we go. Here's the cave.
You know, what is it that neither of these Snow White movies ever thought to, have Peter Dinklage, one of the most amazing comedians in either of them?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously. I mean, okay, look. Ignoring the elephant in the room, I think he'd be a great guy to play one of the dwarves. And that's a squirrel.
I'm surprised you didn't get Warwick Davis in this.
And mushrooms with eyeballs.
Seriously.
Are we sure that this is the one that Tarsem made?
A movie with dwarves in it, and you don't get
Peter Dinklage.
No, not just Peter Dinklage. You don't get Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pedro. Are you sure this isn't the one that Tarsem made? Because this seems a lot more up his alley than Mirror Mirror.
I know.
And
So,
Mirror
wait.
Mirror was an insane movie, and yet that one seems more sane than this.
So Tarsem, the guy who's mostly known for making gritty stuff, made the lighter-hearted movie.
You
So
figured that
let me
one
get
out.
this straight. Let me get this straight. It's been all dark and gritty, but now we're all going colorful, happy, whimsy.
Yes, we are.
Okay,
We spent 50% of this movie establishing the tone to be dark and gritty. And
maybe
now you want to go okay.
I suppose you could say that maybe this part of the forest is an area where the Queen has no influence.
Yes, that's nice. But did they have to wait till the halfway point still to show it?
And again, if that were the case, how come the land didn't look colourful earlier before she took over?
Yeah.
True. And not to mention the whole dark forest thing. I mean, the Queen clearly doesn't have control over that. Otherwise, she would have caught Snow White.
Allow me to also bring up one of the what is without a doubt the major problem with this movie. Okay. I forgot. Some more Kristen Stewart porn. Oh, never mind. Okay.
So now they're trying to encapsulate.
Back to what I was saying. Okay. We like Jova said, we're halfway through this piece of shit, and so far, what have we established about Snow White as a character? Nothing. She barely even spoke throughout this entire thing.
We've established more about the Queen, the Prince, and the Huntsman than her.
Yeah. I mean, do I know shit about Snow White? I mean, yeah, I know that she's boring because she's Kristen Stewart, but character-wise, I mean, well, who is she? How is she? Is she boring, funny, witty?
They haven't even
give
really
her a personality, you stupid movie.
You know what's even worse? It's like, well, she clearly is set up to be one of those tragic characters who clearly wants revenge, but they didn't even do that.
Hell, the Snow White from the Disney movie had more personality than her.
And that's Snow White. I mean, that was like Disney in like their incredibly prototype years. I mean, seriously, they haven't even touched up on her maybe wanting revenge for, the Queen killing her father. Nothing whatsoever.
But again,
yet she has had so much screen time.
But Jova, she can't think about killing because she's pure of heart.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh right. Hey, movie Once Upon a Time did the whole Snow White being pure, but willing to kill to defend herself thing. So what's your excuse? Not to mention that the movie cover clearly shows her all batty, redolent set. So, false advertising? Okay, this movie definitely has an issue with some accents being a bit too cartoony and thick for their own good.
Yeah.
Oh, so they immediately know she's Snow White. Sure, why not?
Happy song. Okay, then.
Son? Is one of those dwarves brother and father?
I think they said song, not son.
Okay.
Snore.
Aw, how cute.
Snore.
I hear you, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is the dramatization of how Rupert Sanders and Kristen Stewart met.
What an
yeah,
intricate
this
dance.
this is a typical.
It's
This is again a throwback to the classic scene where Snow White dances the dwarves. The problem is that before that in Disney movie we already had established all the personalities, and here we don't know shit about anyone.
All I
mean,
know is that there's Dwarf 1 and Dwarf 2 and so on.
Yeah.
and it's just a shame because some of these dwarfs are really high talent actors. One of them's, I believe, a Shakespearean trained actor. Ian McKellen is, right? Ian McShane! Dang it!
I ask you, how does it make any sense? I'm a Shakespearean trained actor. Hey, weren't you that spider from Lost in Space? August
Butts is fine.
Get back to work. Get back to work, puppet.
What I would give for Gary Oldman to spice things up here. Of course, he was busy with Dark Knight Rises this year.
Well, at least Huntsman Winter's War has something more appealing than Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. That's the sad part. Apparently, Emily Blunt is really bad in that movie. And it's a sad thing because I love Emily Blunt.
And Jessica Chastain, too.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say...
these movies are such a waste of talented actors, both of them.
So, in retrospect, that prequel and sequel is kind of worse because we don't even have the badness of Kristen Stewart to drag it down.
No, that's the thing. For what apparently the other... I mean, this movie already has plenty of talented actors being wasted, but the next one apparently was
even more.
Even more, including Emily Blunt, who basically is the evil Elsa. I'm not even kidding. I mean, what? Queen...
Yeah, me and Dwibs made that joke when reading the review. It's like, well, apparently the queen has a sister who is benign until the queen causes her heart to make her phrasing powers go out of control.
So they're trying to rip off Frozen to see if they can get some of the monies.
Oh, the birds!
What
the hell is that?
What the?
Okay,
That just come out of... What?
Apparently the birds just gave birth.
No.
Kristen,
What the fuck just happened?
Hey, Kristen, if we keep the charade up, these will be our babies.
No.
Calm down, Jova. It's over. Calm down, Jova. Calm down.
This doesn't make any sense.
Calm down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jova has suffered an error and needs to close.
Jova, calm down. Calm down, Jova. It's over. It's over, Jova. It's over.
That may be the most out of nowhere,
never mind. They're still there.
disturbing thing I've ever seen in a movie. Oh God! And what is up with the rabbit's eyes? Why is there CGI animals? Why can't it be consistent? Oh. What is even happening?
Is that the film's big-lipped alligator moment?
Pretty much.
So that's gonna have nothing to do with the rest of the movie?
You'll see.
Yeah, he is calling him a son. So, one of the dwarfs is a son of the other.
Okay, Kristen, could you maybe do something aside from walking around pretending you're pretty?
No, Kristen, keep walking forward so I can so the people can admire you.
Wow, your Snow White seems to have a little bit too much screen time. And okay. Obvious jokes aside, though, ever notice how a lot of these stats seem to be mainly just focusing on bits of Snow White? Literally nothing spoken, just Snow White.
So now here's the deer from Princess Mononoke? I don't...
Is that supposed to be the silver stag?
Can we watch...
Are they seriously making that reference?
Can we watch... In fact, why aren't we watching Princess Mononoke now that I think about it?
Because,
Because Shuri would kill us if we watched it without her.
That's true, yeah.
You know what? Guys?
What?
I might actually make plans to see Winter's War.
Oh, really?
Well, honestly, go. Sure, why not? Might as well prep ourselves.
Not me, thank you.
What are those?
Not me, thank you. I'd rather just watch Civil War.
Well, Civil War isn't out here yet, so
I know it's only next week.
Serious?
I know it's only next week, but I'd rather save my money for God damn it, Civil War. Yeah.
Winter's War. Wait, Winter's War,
Oh, wait,
Civil War.
guys!
Ugh.
It sounds like Snow White may be a chosen one of sorts. I think I heard
Yeah, I don't care.
because
Joe-
the stag. Yeah.
Wait, chosen one, and the chosen one is Kristen Stewart's. Wonder what was she chosen for exactly?
She was chosen to give birth to the first ever half-human, half-vampire.
Oh, I thought you said she was going to give birth to one of Sanders' children.
So apparently because a stag bowed to her, she's the chosen one. Where have I heard that before?
Ah,
Oh! And,
wait, what happened?
I don't even know.
I think the stag just got shot by an arrow.
There you go. So yeah, it's just like in Princess Mononoke. The deer gets attacked by men, and now he gets pissed off and decides to take revenge, or not.
And it was butterflies.
What?
Of course, it was butterflies.
It's the butterflies, man.
Okay, I think I found a plot that makes Final Fantasy 13 2 look sane by comparison.
And this is only a
At
2-hour
the very
movie.
least, visuals that make it look sane by comparison as well.
Well, yeah,
And yeah, like I'm really supposed to believe that they're gonna kill off one of the dwarves.
Go! Da-dun, da-dun,
Well,
da-dun.
obviously he's gonna go after Snow White, you idiot.
Dun dun da da dun 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 da da dun 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 da da.
Also, the soldiers got their butts kicked by a bunch of dwarves.
How threatening!
Look, I hate to say it, but it made sense in Mirror Mirror because the dwarves were well trained and had traps set for this sort of stuff. Here, no, just no.
Jover ain't having that shit. Actually, considering that the film doesn't really have any good film times near me, I might not bother with at least until our commentary of it.
So there we go.
Hey, this is just like that scene from Lion King.
All right, I'm gonna go and get.
Well, fine, it's that.
I'm gonna get a bite to eat. I'll be right back.
Sure. You do?
I'm sorry, is the Huntsman supposed to be some sort of famous guy? Because the movie hasn't really done a good job establishing much with that.
They're doing it right now.
He headbutted. Oh, backstory, I guess. Forgiveness? Oh, great. More backstory yet to come, I guess. And
There we go. Apparently, she felt her brother dying. Don't ask me how. She just does.
are they twins, I guess?
I don't even know.
Oh, I can't tell if she's having fun there or she's in pure anguish. Cold cold. Oh, I guess no last time word.
Nope.
So wait, was it like, well, the queen was also healing her brother for some life force thing?
I don't know.
And does he have something sticking out from his groin area? Because that shot just...
There we go.
this movie has issues.
Yep. Well, that happened. Wow, that was disappointingly.
Most nonchalant killing by arrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, am I really supposed to believe that they're gonna kill off one of the 7 dwarves? Unless there were 8 and they're cut down to 7.
Are you really supposed to
Of
feel
course,
sorry
once
for
upon a
this?
time also
Java,
did that
Java,
before.
you're supposed to feel bad here.
I am?
Yep. The music is telling you to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear the music over the hamminess.
There you go, Joe.
What's that music?
There you go, Joe. I feel sad.
I'm trying, Pedro, but it's not working. I barely know this guy.
Yep.
Seriously, they killed one of the 7 dwarves. Unless there were 8, and now this makes them 7. Which, once upon a time, did, so... Yeah.
Are we really supposed to buy any of this? We don't know anything about Snow White. We don't know anything about the dwarves. We don't know anything about anyone aside from the huntsman, the queen, and the brother to a lesser extent. I don't...
And this is a damned if you do, damned if you don't moment, because it's the 7 dwarves. If you're gonna kill one off, then congratulations, you've kind of ruined a plot point heavy in Snow White. And, you know, if you just bring them back to life, then congratulations, the death was pointless. I mean, it takes a really clever one to put a spin like that, because they're literally the 7 dwarves of Snow White. I mean, it's kind of crucial that you have all of them.
I love how the dwarves are just taking the fact that one of theirs died, whatever.
It's like, just take a sword. Wow. We are past the halfway point, and we still have not really established much, except expanded a bit more on the huntsman's wife dying. You know, this movie sadly seems to be more about the huntsman, and he took a while to show up in the film.
That song is kind of weird, but whatever. Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh, well, this is starting to get pretentious.
Oh, you son of a... Okay, actually, there were 8 dwarfs. And the one that died, so there's 7 now. Once upon a time did this before you, movie.
Whatever.
Wait, are we on the set of Holy Grail for a bit there?
I don't know. I kind of wish we were.
Huh?
Well, remember, they were separated when they were kids. Yeah, what she said.
I mean, what?
Remember, they were separated as kids. Remember, he's the prince.
I get that. I'm just wondering what they're even talking about right now. I mean, was she like chewing him out for not showing up or something?
He's trying to apologize for not having come to try to find her because he thought he thought she was dead all this time.
Ah. Okay, movie. I get it at least.
Let's just
Movie. Save it for when you actually, have earned this moment.
Song of the Sea did this better, and let's just move on.
Okay, so
Hey, Dwibs, we're having the iconic vocal tune.
Oh,
you missed the hilarious scene.
Some more Charlize Theron goodness.
Basically, Dwibs, Charlize Theron's brother died, and apparently there's some sort of life force tied to them. Dun 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 dun.
Wait, are we in Batman vs Superman now?
I know, right? That totally screamed Batman. So yeah, Dwibs, you've just established another thing this movie is ripping off from Once Upon a Time. Basically, they killed off one of the dwarves, and now they're down to 7.
Get it? 7 dwarves.
Movie, it's not your nap time. Get up and develop something.
Yes. That's a big problem with this movie. This movie doesn't even... Okay, hold on.
Yeah. I love what the character description says about the character who died. Brian Gleason as Gus, the youngest of the dwarfs who develops a bond with Snow White and later sacrifices himself to save her.
Even though we literally... wait, that's his name? I didn't even know his name.
Basically, the dwarves' names are Beef, played by Ian McShane, Muir, played by Bob Hoskins, Gort, played by Ray Winston.
Those names are so generic. I'll take the Disney names, thank you very much.
Oh, it gets even better. Neon, spelled Nion, played by Nick Frost. Cole, played by Nick Frost. No. He's actually played by Toby Jones.
Wow, Nick Frost is so talented. He plays 2 different people.
Eddie Marson plays Dwyer, who's apparently Cole's brother. Oh, okay, so apparently some of these dwarves are brothers, and one of them's actually the father of one of them. Because Johnny Harris plays Quirt, Muir's son. So, Beef, Muir, Gort, Neon, Cole, Dwyer, Quirt, and Gus.
Gus? Really?
What I wouldn't give to be watching a Chronicle of Narnia film that this movie is reminding me of.
It does feel like we're in a Twilight movie. The cinematography, Kristen Stewart, that guy looks like Robert Pattinson.
Like I said, it's following the Red Riding Hood theme of trying to make a fairy tale be like Twilight. Because at some point people thought, hey, you know what would make fairy tales more awesome? Have them action-packed and grim like Twilight. Keep you safe by my side. Can you not just feel the chemistry leaping off the screen?
Nah, I bet Stuart was feeling something more.
I wonder what this actor who's playing the prince was feeling. Who is he anyway? Well, actor was.
He's played by Sam Claflin, and his other roles include Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
Nice.
Where he played the he played Discount.
He played the priest, I believe.
Yeah, Philip Swift. He played Discount Orlando Bloom. Then he was in The Huntsman. Then he was in Hunger Games: Catching Fire, Quiet Ones, Riot Club, Rosie, Mockingjay Part 1 and 2, and he's in Huntsman: Winter's War.
Nice.
So he hasn't really,
even the prince is in this movie. In the sequel.
So he hasn't really been acting for very long.
The trick that was totally shown in the flashback, right?
Yep.
Kristen, what are you doing?
She ate the apple.
Oh, come on!
She ate the apple, so yeah.
So the apple just comes out of nowhere, as opposed to, being presented by the queen trying to trick her into eating it.
Yep.
So she's an idiot. I mean, you'd think she'd know that, in a forest like this, not to just eat anything you randomly pick up.
Actually, not just that, but again, where did this apple come from, and how does it have these powers? We never saw the queen create this apple. Where did this apple come from? The apple as a context movie. We need context.
Again, even Mirror Mirror did this better. The queen actually presented the apple.
You're being outdone by Tarsum, Rupert. It's time to hang in the towel.
Yeah, no, don't hang it there. Ugh.
Is she trying to deliver
There you
baby
go.
a
Plot twist.
Yeah, baby.
There you go. Plot twists.
What?
There
What?
we go.
Oh, okay. That's actually an interesting plot twist, I guess. So, was she always the prince?
Yes.
Doesn't that contradict that moment where, she kind of literally saw her brother die?
No, it was right after that the prince showed up, though, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was during the chase sequence that the prince showed up. Oh, yeah. It was, because remember, it was already the part where they split up. Her brother went after the prince, and another guy on a horse went after Snow and the other dwarf. And that's when the prince,
Just
shot
take the fucking
the
life force out of her. Stop giving off a stupid speech so that you can wait for. Yeah. See, this is why you should immediately execute your evil plan instead of staying there giving out a speech like a moron.
Wow, amazing.
Like,
the only reason she failed was because she monologued.
Yeah, that's such a stupid cliche that I thought I had died by this point, but no, Rupert decided to bring it back.
I mean, heck, Incredibles made fun of that thing in 2004.
Yeah. Only for Brad Bird to play it straight 11 years later.
He did?
Tomorrowland.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie.
Oh, wait. When was the villain monologuing to the point where he... Oh, wait. That's right.
Yeah.
Well...
And again...
Yeah.
And again, why would you get Hugh Laurie? Calm down, Pedro. Calm down.
So, okay. So I guess it makes sense now. So basically the queen was playing a fake prince and the prince was still there with them. She just, at some point off screen, apparently, led Snow White to do all that. It kind of stinks when you have to resort to off-screen stuff to trick your audience, movie.
Yeah. Again, it's like in Heavy Rain. It's like in Heavy Rain, where the entire moment where Scott Shelby is murdering the shop owner, is entirely out of our viewing. Even though we're supposed to be controlling Scott at that point, the game is literally cheating us out of key information.
Yeah. So how is the magical kiss going to come into context? And never mind. I guess he just kisses her. No establishing of true love's kiss. We're just going to get right to the chase.
Yep. My guess.
Yeah. By the way, actor, make the only kiss her softly. Her lips are mine. Hey, Kristen.
What?
Hey, Kristen, you're supposed to wake up now.
There's a nice road sign near here. Do you want to go there in my limo a bit later?
I'm not quite sure I have the energy for it or the screen time.
I'll let you have some of my special juice.
Okay, I'm up now.
Oh, Charlize Theron, no! You're the one good thing left! So, let me get this straight. Kristen Stewart is so evil that she's causing Charlize Theron to melt into mud.
Yes.
Seems legit.
Why should I even be rooting for Snow White exactly? I know more about the Queen than I do Snow White. If anything, I like her more.
The Queen actually looks... I mean, okay, admittedly the Queen may have killed a lot of people and, killed the king, but she actually at least... but we see more of the Queen actually suffering than Snow White.
Snow White has done
okay,
shit.
okay. I guess we technically saw Snow White locked up in a cell once over a time skip. Yeah, it's like this movie was made more with the Queen and the Huntsman in mind than Snow White. And they're really gonna do this.
Yeah, we're gonna do the funeral scene. Yeah, sorry, movie. I don't really give a crap. Like I said, she's done exactly nothing in this entire movie. Nothing. Again, fucking Snow White in the original 1937 animated movie did more. She, she cleaned up the dwarves' house. She cooked food for them. She taught them how to, do things. She did things.
Heck, her animal friend. Heck, she even got the animals to do stuff, and in a way, that kind of helped solve the final confrontation. Because, the animals helped out with that. Oh, and now they're ripping off Sleeping Beauty. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, movie. You haven't earned this, Chris. I know you're trying, but just don't bother, mate.
So I guess this movie did the whole true love's kiss doesn't work thing before Maleficent. Though Maleficent has a reason for being more slacked for that.
Well, the thing
what was her name?
Well, the thing is, Jova, not a lot of people want...
Oh, wait, backstory. Huh?
Basically, his wife sacrificed herself for him, and he's blamed himself ever since.
So that's why the Pharaoh's evil brother said that his wife has supposedly never forgiven him, even though his wife sacrificed herself for him. Makes sense, I guess. Oh no, don't tell me his kiss is gonna be the one that actually wakes her up.
Sorry about muting there. I was just eating some Crispies.
Why do you...
I'd love to hear
why
about
is
that.
Chris... Again, thanks for trying, mate. I love you, but...
He is trying
But
hard.
again, why? This chick has done nothing. Nothing. She has zero personality. She's done nothing for this entire movie aside from trying to look pretty, even though she doesn't look pretty. I don't...
Pedro, are you talking about Snow White or Kristen Stewart?
Both.
Oh. No. Why is the Huntsman the true love? I'm guessing his kiss is going to be a wakes her up.
And there we go.
Okay. What? Okay. No.
This makes no sense. Okay. Granted,
had a friendship.
Granted, she enjoyed it more with Chris Hemsworth than the Prince. Yeah, but that's still. This doesn't really make any sense at all. At least with the Prince, you could at least get the excuse that it's the Prince because that's how the fairy tale is. But here, they're just going against the fairy tale for no good reason.
Not only that, but the movie itself is constantly suggesting that she's more in love with the Prince than the Huntsman, which makes sense because not only is there an age gap, but the Huntsman is a widower. He doesn't really have feelings for Snow White. I mean, okay, maybe they have a friendship, they bonded, yes, but not love.
They did?
I mean, they should just... I mean, here's the thing. It's like, well, Snow White apparently trusts the Prince.
I think you mean the movie thinks they bonded, even though they haven't actually.
That's... Yeah, you're right. That's what I meant. It's like, because, okay, the movie suggests that Snow White loves the prince enough that she'll actually bite an apple for him in a forest that she knows nothing about. That suggests love. But is the movie suggesting that the Huntsman loves her? I'm
Also, sorry I didn't make this earlier, but I might as well make it now before I forget. Damn it, Chris! I was the one that was supposed to kiss her back to life. Damn you!
And now she does. Wait,
Well-
so she's gonna just leave him for the Huntsman?
Well, I just hope my wife doesn't find out.
Oh, hi.
Whoever you are.
Hi, guy from. Well, guy who looks like that guy from District 9. Oh, yeah, Charlotte Copley. Or discount Charlotte Copley, I guess.
Why?
What?
Kristen, could you speak up a bit, please?
There you go.
What?
You will melt?
It will what inside of itself?
I can't. Okay, Kristen. Okay, enunciate. Okay. This is. Haven't your mama taught you how to speak when you were a baby?
So is this why she's always speaking so monotone? Whenever she tries to speak
Also-
up, she can't enunciate properly.
Not just that. Look at her rabbit teeth.
Also, is the movie ever...
Is he trying to audition for Zootropolis?
No, thank you.
Sorry, honey. Sorry, honey. The better Snow White already got to that.
So Jesus Christ, this rousing speech is. I buy this rousing speech as much as I buy Keira Knightley's from Pirates 3.
Yep.
I could at least buy that because it was,
I.e. not at all.
at the very least with Keira Knightley, at least it was an epic enough scene that I could, buy it, and there was at least enough action to at least balance out how corny it was. I mean, seriously, now we're all of a sudden supposed to buy that.
She's
Snow White
literally asking who will love her. Wait,
So-
what? So she's wow, she really is Bella Swan. She's literally having every single male bow down to her and love her. She's Bella Swan.
Oh my god!
Shouldn't shouldn't the Huntsman be more qualified to give the speech? Oh yeah, because heaven forbid Rupert Sanders managed to keep his dick in his pants and actually give the movie proper treatment.
Not just that.
Also,
Not just that, but again, remember, Dwebs, Kristen Stewart is the goddess
oh
of everything.
no.
But
Okay.
you see, Dwebs, basically, Rupert and Kristen are basically the film-making equivalent of Motomo Toriyama and Lightning.
But the difference is,
Only this is like if Lightning was a real person.
Yeah.
yeah,
So let me get this straight.
Dwebs, let's not forget how Toriyama created a model of himself in Lightning Returns.
we get the point.
So yeah, look at this. Snow White's already in battle-ready armor, and yet I don't think we've even had a training montage of her. I mean, seriously, when I first heard this movie, I thought, okay, it's going to be about the Huntsman training Snow White.
Wait, isn't she supposed to be old?
Well, apparently there was a scene that established that she's trained a whole room full of women.
Breaking
Brother.
Stores. Wait, am I talking about Mad Max or this movie?
Take your pick. Hey, look! It's an island separated by water.
Now
Hey,
Kristen.
wait a minute! This is like the scene from Monty
So-
Python and the Holy Grail.
So there you go, Kristen Stewart in armor about to fight in an army, and yes, it's gonna be as believable and credible as you're thinking right now.
Wait, that castle, that shot where they were walking in front of the castle, that castle looked like Hogwarts.
Dun, 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 dun. Camelot.
And this scene
Camelot.
also reminds...
It's only a model.
Yeah, that too. It's like, that scene heavily reminded me of the, fight scene that would have been if, not for, what, at near the end of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was watching that movie right now.
I've got Force Awakens on Blu-ray staring at me in the face. I wish I was watching that.
And meanwhile,
He who wants to find the Holy Grail will find it in the castle of Urg. What? The castle of Urg.
Arrgh!
He must have
We
died.
are the knights who say, "Yea."
He must have died while carving it. Oh, come on. Well, that's what's written in the rock. Look, if he was dying, he wouldn't bother to spell out Arg. You just say it. Well, that was covered in the rock.
You know, also I could be watching at this moment.
What?
Ant-Man.
More Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I got that staring at me in the face now and all.
Yeah.
Wow, you'd actually be rather watching Brotherhood. Or I forget, is Brotherhood the better of the two animes?
Brotherhood is the better one. Although I still think the original is fine enough, but whatever.
Oh, the original is fine. It just gets a little too... Okay, so we're about to finally do something, it looks like.
I mean, even the author of the original manga herself stood in defense of the original anime, saying, and I quote, an adaptation that's literally just the manga with no changes is a pointless adaptation.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I guess, but again, I've only seen Brotherhood, so
Sure.
Okay, you know, are we
Wait,
actually going to start the fight?
No, we need to do some comedic running and hiding with the dwarves.
Well, they're not funny. And it's just sad that we just sad one of them.
Dwebs, but just see Dwebs. This is war, and we are soldiers, and now we must take
And as
our
usual-
land back. And no!
And of course, like any competent leader, Snow White isn't even wearing headgear. And she's at the forefront.
Seriously, someone could just aim a bow at her head, and that would be.
Allow me to remind you, everybody, that we're supposed to buy that this woman can take a sword and a shield and fight.
I had a better time buying her fighting in Breaking Dawn Part 2 because she had superpowers and was practically invulnerable. And that was only because the script said so. I mean, no. Not because the script said so, but because literally the entire plot demanded it. So, of course, it was guaranteed she could fight. But here, the script hasn't even done a good job of trying to make us believe it. It's just going, oh, hey, here's Kristen Stewart in a suit. Try and take her seriously.
Or was Rupert Sanders acting out his fantasies on Kristen Stewart? Okay, Kristen, before we have sex tonight, can you wear this suit of armor?
You know, Sanders, if you really wanted us to have so much screen time with Snow White, why didn't you fit in, I don't know, a training montage showing how she gets so awesome?
Mm-hmm.
But Jova, I can't. Otherwise, I wouldn't have much time to make whoopee with her.
Of course.
So, yeah, this is war!
They haven't managed to hit any of them.
We kind of...
Worst shots ever.
I think
Seriously,
we can all
it's
agree.
minutes.
I think we can all agree that we're not very good at what we do.
Oh, you got one, and two, you knocked the guy off his horse. You didn't even manage to kill him.
So, Chris, or rather Huntsman, are you gonna tell Kristen that it was you who woke her up, or? Yeah,
I mean, does the movie ever, go back to the fact that the Huntsman woke her up? Because if not, this kind of makes the Huntsman come off as a creepy stalker, unless he's doing it so that Snow White still believes that her true love is the prince, which kind of makes it despicable in hindsight, because that suggests that, well, the love wasn't even true between them, and that's another way to spin the face of the original tale now, ain't it?
Yeah, not just that, but yeah, it's once again Kristen Stewart being an evil, manipulative bitch.
And it's not even really a whole feminine empowerment thing, because the man still saves her in this one. In fact, has she ever done anything in this movie aside from maybe escape the castle? Well, actually, no, even that one doesn't apply. But has she managed to do anything successful without having to be saved in the end?
No.
Well, simple.
I mean, she escaped.
Simple.
But...
Have a sexual relationship with the director, and the only reason she wasn't saved is because no one would bother to save her.
And she deserved it, honestly. But yeah, seriously, has Snow White in this movie done anything yet without having to be rescued in the end? I mean,
Nope.
She escapes from the castle, but the huntsman catches her and then helps her escape. She walks to the forest with the fake prince. She eats the apple and has to be saved. She tries to run away with the door. She has to be saved.
Jesus.
Alright. They can take our lives, but they can never take our freedom!
Independence Day!
What I wouldn't give to be watching that instead.
How many films are we watching this year that have sequels that no one really wanted?
Let's see. God's Not Dead. Now You See Me.
Well,
Snow White.
actually, Jova, there are plenty of people
Day.
who would like,
Huh?
Actually, Jova, there are a lot of people who wanted the God Not Dead too. The fans of the first movie, because believe it or not, that movie has fans.
Yeah, true. And I guess it'll give us more riffing material, although I hear that even fans of the original hate the sequel.
I'll be right
So
back.
that must be hot.
I don't know because I haven't seen it yet. There's only one cam available, and it's a Spanish cam, so I haven't seen it yet.
I've just heard a lot of people saying that it's terrible and worse than the original.
Well, no
and to the point where even fans of the original find this one despicable.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Chris Hemsworth.
And
being
now
Thor,
it's Kristen Stewart versus Charlize Theron. Again,
So,
am I
Miss Theron.
am I even supposed to be invested? I mean, these two have never interacted at all throughout this movie, like at all.
I mean, I guess they technically did once when, the Queen was talking to Snow White while on her deathbed.
Yeah, but that's not interacting. She was, dying.
And I mean, I guess they had an interaction with her as a little kid.
But we never
was
saw
with
that.
A different actress. I meant as a little kid.
Okay, fine.
When the Queen
that was like what,
with
10 seconds?
Rachel Cassidy. Yeah. And like I said, that was a completely different actress. And honestly, the younger Snow White is practically a different character from this Snow White.
Yeah.
Younger Snow White actually had a character, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Well, compared to this Snow White.
Gotta love how the music is trying to get us all pumped up. Dun, 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 dun.
I can just imagine. This sounds like something I could be doing while playing chess.
You gotta wonder,
Whoop.
why the hell did Chris and Theron accepted to be back in this movie? They don't need to. They have plenty of movie roles.
Maybe not so much for Kristen Stewart. Apparently, Kristen Stewart was trying to distance herself from Twilight. Apparently, she resents Twilight for, portraying her that way.
Well, it's your fault for...
He kind of does it the same way.
Well, bitch, accepting roles, finding roles 101. Read the script before you say yes.
So this is it, the final boss. I mean, Charlize Theron. I mean, the evil queen.
The overactor versus the underactor. So get the hell on with it. I want to go home.
Yo.
We're almost done with it. It's time for the
We're
final
just
confrontation.
in time, Liz.
For the final confrontation between Charlize Theron and Kristen Stewart.
Oh no, they're killing us with mirror
So Liz, who do you
shards!
think will win? The overactress or the underactress?
Sadly, the underactress.
Oh, what do you know? Looks like I was right that the evil queen was behind those shard beings. I guess the movie was just setting that up. Because this is literally the only second time we've seen her use that. In fact, come to think of it, if you could do that, why didn't you send some of those beings to chase after Snow White and try and catch her?
Because then we wouldn't have any movie.
Oh my god, guys. Kristen Stewart actually yelled. She raised a tone.
It's a miracle. And of course, she's getting her ass kicked. Your bland acting has nothing on me. Oh, and by the way, poking the director isn't a great career
now
choice.
we have to watch them die. She said now we have to watch them die. Oh no. How will I ever live if these characters die?
Maybe try killing off characters that we actually know.
Actually, it feels just fine. We'll go ahead and kill them. I don't really care.
You know, Queenie, maybe you shouldn't hold her so close where she could easily stab you.
Why don't you just absorb her youth right
Oh.
now, honey?
Ba, 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 bum.
Go ahead.
Wow. The Queen is literally kicking her butt right here.
And again, this is supposed to be the badass Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't even laid a single hit. Ferran, there's a...
You're kind of on fire.
Ferran.
Charlize, you're kind of on fire here.
Yeah.
Is it weird
Well,
that even when she's scarred up, she still looks prettier than Kristen Stewart?
Charlize, I know you're hot, but this is too ridiculous.
Of course, she used to do that to show off.
Wait, the sword wasn't there earlier.
Actually, it was.
No, what I meant was the sword was shifted a little.
You see?
What?
Really? That's how she kills her. By exactly what I predicted a few minutes ago.
Wait, what happened there? What?
So, yeah, the Queen tried to stab Snow White. Snow White stopped her, and then Snow White stabbed her right in the stomach.
Right, I guess. But...
Again. Seriously?
And now because of the whole blood thing, now she... I don't...
She's dying, I guess.
Oh, I get it. It's because Snow White, the purest of them all, was the one who stabbed her.
Yeah, see, only she can kill the Queen.
Now Ferran looks like she's trying to give birth. There, honey. Just push this stinker out and release it to the movie theaters. Birth for the movie you die for.
Rupert, are you trying to have me give birth to our baby or to this, Besides, hey, don't you have kids?
What? But I never did anything with you, Ferran. I did stuff with, what are you even talking about?
And then the phone rings. Rupert, this is your wife here. What's this I'm hearing about you?
Was it supposed to be... Am I supposed to feel bad here, or am I supposed to feel anything here?
Rupert, I'm talking to you!
Ferran, die for your sins! The movie has come!
What are these pictures of you stalking Kristen Stewart on my desk?
Honey, you wouldn't believe it. Ferran just died. This movie's going to be amazing now, thanks to her.
Your ass is divorced.
No, I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the connection. So, really, Ferran just dies like that.
Okay, I should say afterwards, the aftermath of this was first Stewart and the director pretty much saying, sorry.
And then Robert Pattinson rightfully broke up with her. But seriously, no over-the-top death speech from the Queen?
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, great. Queen Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's gonna... Oh, great.
She can't even smile still.
She looks like she's desperate.
Look at her. She looks miserable.
So, yeah,
Come on.
Even outside of Twilight, she's still not very good.
Yeah, I hate to say it, Stuart, but I don't think you can blame Twilight for everything wrong. Aw, the violins are suggesting I should feel pleased. Oh, and hi, dwarves. You barely had anything to do in this movie. No.
Great. As if Keira Knightley, King of the Pirates, wasn't stupid enough. Now we got Queen Stewart.
Actually, Dwebs, I'm gonna give it credit. It's actually stupider in this one.
Ah?
It's this is actually less believable than Queen Knightley, I think.
Do you mean King Knightley, King of the Pirates?
King, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
King Knightley of the Pirates. Yeah. I agree with Pedro because I could actually buy Keira Knightley because at least she had a character built up to that.
So yeah, that happened.
So
And rip off of a shot from Snow White.
And so Rupert Sanders' dreams finally came true. He got to crown Kristen Stewart as the Queen, and he lived happily ever after. Oh no, wait, no, he didn't.
There better not be 10 minutes of credits after this.
And that's
That's
it. But yeah, we don't even.
What the heck kind of music is this?
Not just that.
I mean, it's yeah.
So yeah, sorry, Joe, we're never going to address the whole thing with the Huntsman and kissing her.
Really?
Nope.
The husband just kind of vanished.
Yep. They just.
Okay.
Oh, lyrical dude. And it's unfitting.
Whatever. It's over. Final thoughts, guys.
Can I go first?
Apparently, the
Go ahead.
credits we're seeing. What are we looking at?
I don't know. The random visuals. Go ahead, Dibs.
Someone's waist.
Pretty close. Anyway, yeah, this film honestly isn't really all that exciting, aside from Charlize Theron. And really, the only fun I managed to have with this movie was again taking the piss out of the whole out of the controversy regarding Rupert Sanders and Kristen Stewart's adultery. But
That is literally the main reason why this movie's even remembered to this day.
yeah, but other than that, this movie doesn't really have that much to offer. And how they managed to get a sequel out of this, I mean, I know it made money at the box office, but how it managed to get a sequel, prequel, whatever, I have no idea. Okay, I'm done.
Go ahead, Jova.
This movie, okay, when it's not being dull, it's just being off the wall bonkers. I mean, and plot points are just dropped up and picked up like yesterday's dump of trash. I mean, seriously. You picked up this plot point about the huntsman waking up Snow White with True Love's kiss. Let's just ignore it and have her hook up back with the prince. You have this plot point about the queen having something going on for brother. Just drop it as they kill him and never focus on that again. And also, what about the whole mystic mirror thing, with the whole figure in the mirror? I mean, they don't even really do much with the mirror after the queen dies. Heck, mirrors tied the queen's life force to the mirror. So, why you ignore it? It makes no sense. And some of the visuals can just get downright freaky. Like those beings that came out of the birds. The birds.
The birds are singing.
I just don't know. And this movie fails. I repeat, fails absolutely at managing to establish Snow White. Snow White as any sort of character whatsoever. It can't seem to get her as the princess. It can't seem to get her as the strong leader. It can't seem to get her as the strong warrior. Nothing is achieved with her character whatsoever. I mean, literally, the one time she manages to do something on her own is only by stabbing the queen when she's in point-blank range of her. Idiots everywhere. The better characters are definitely Charlize Theron as the Queen and Chris Hemsworth as the Huntsman. They're established characters, yes, but even they have their idiotic moments. I mean, I guess they somewhat salvaged the
Who's
movie.
scratching the mic?
Not me.
Not me. And yeah, again, that's just this movie is madness. Utter madness. I mean, there is little to no rhyme or reason whatsoever here.
Yep.
And I'll just close on this saying, you expect us to take Kristen Stewart over Charlize Theron.
Sorry, movie not happening.
Yeah.
Okay, Pedro, floor is all yours.
Yeah, pretty much what everybody else said. I mean, this movie makes no sense. The characters are completely like almost completely except for Charlize Theron and Chris Hemsworth. And yeah, it's completely ridiculous. The very idea that I'm supposed to buy this broad as the fairest in the land is just ridiculous. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. She looks so lifeless and boring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, pretty much. So, I mean, I don't really have anything to say that you guys haven't already said.
So yeah, it's official. Tarsem made the better Snow White movie.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah. So yeah, 3-0. Toss them forever, I guess. Or at least for this thingy.
And that was a movie that had a Bollywood musical at the end.
Yep.
I know it had but yeah,
Tone shifts.
yeah.
Yeah, tone shifts that actually made Pedro forgive Spider-Man 3.
Wait.
And
Wait. When did I ever say that?
Really, the only
I
thing
recall, and I quote you yelling, "Okay, Spider-Man 3, you're forgiven."
Wait, wasn't that for Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, it was either Romeo. Oh, maybe it was Romeo and Juliet.
I don't remember ever saying that about this movie, but whatever.
really the only thing
I'm
that
talking about Mirror, Mirror, but like,
I
do recall that.
Mirror, Mirror. That Romeo and Juliet's still worse though.
really
Yeah.
the only
I
positive
think it
thing
was Romeo and Juliet. You said that. Now that I think about it.
The only thing this movie has over Mirror Mirror is that this film at least didn't make me fall asleep.
And I will admit, this film has a more recognizable and charismatic cast.
Yeah, like
Overall.
I couldn't even remember like the names of like a few people, and
Although Julia Roberts was perfectly cast as the Queen.
and Nathan Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nathan Lane, and also, hello, music that reminds me of a Nolan trilogy.
Bum 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 bum.
Anyway, so that was Snow White and the Huntsman. See you for when we eventually do a commentary of Snow White. What's its name again?
The Huntsman.
Huntsman, Winter's War.
All right then. See you then.
See it.
See ya.